Hi, I'm Mrs. Schetzel, and I teach here at Lincoln Elementary with the first grade team. Our first grade team would like to thank you for letting us into your homes each day. We are hopeful that together we can provide your child a wonderful educational experience. This new school year has had its challenges, and we appreciate your patience as we learn to teach online. We also have some helpful tips that may make learning at home a little easier for you as well. We know it can be very difficult to manage. So here are some tips that we came up with to help you with learning at home. First, if you could help your child be organized and be prepared. It's important that they have all their school supplies, their iPad charged, and their books ready to go each day. One tip that might work would be to store their books and supplies just in a regular box. If your child needs to change from their work spot quickly, they can just put their supplies into their box and carry it with them to their new spot. Also, if you could have all their ID numbers and passwords written down and close by, this way they can easily log in to the apps. The supplies that they need to have handy are their whiteboard, their dry erase marker, pencils, crayons, paper, their activity books that we sent home, and their headphones. It's also very important for your child to be on time for the Zoom class. A tip would be to set an alarm to remind your child to log in, and then possibly just posting a daily schedule of their activities. Reminding them that their related arts classes start at 8 o'clock and go till 8:45. On Monday, they'll have art, Tuesday, they'll have music, and Wednesday, they'll have gym. On Thursdays and Fridays, they'll have asynchronous classes, and they'll be able to choose the activities that they'd like to do. It's also important for your child to dress for the Zoom camera and for their classroom and classmates. So it's important that they wear a shirt, change out of their pajamas, brush their teeth, and comb their hair. Remember, if we're all in our places with bright, shiny faces, we'll be ready to learn. And I know this can be difficult to do, but if you could help eliminate distractions in the household, possibly keeping the TV off during class time, or if you're listening to music, keep it on low. And also if you could be aware if your child is taking other devices, such as phones or video games, into their Zoom spot, they seem to be a little distracting for our kids. And lastly, parents, we just want to thank you for all that you do. We couldn't do it without your help and support. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us, either at the end of the day on the Zoom call, by email, or by phone. We'd be happy to talk to you. We want to thank you for your time today, and we are thrilled to see your child each day when we log into our Zoom class, and we're looking forward to the day that we can be together here at Lincoln. Thank you again for your time.
Hello parents, my name is Erica Nielsen from Lincoln Elementary School. I teach first grade in room 209. I'm going to take a minute to show you about Schoology. Schoology is the system that students use to submit assignments to teachers. Students log on to Schoology using their ID number and their unique school district password. When they first log on to their page, they're going to see the updates that teachers have recently posted. Students can access their courses through the Course tab at the top of the screen. Here is where we can access the links for the student specials that are at 8 to 8:40 daily. So students will click on the special tab for that day. Then they will click on the live learning link. It will take them to a separate Zoom for their specials time. For academic subjects, first grade students will be using the reading and the math. Students click on to reading, then they will click on submit assignments, or all of the assignments are listed as right here. To complete an assignment, most of the assignments in first grades will be recorded audio assignments. So the student is expected to read the word and record their answers. Okay, so when a student needs to complete an assignment, it will come up, this blue button, hit Start Attempt. The student reads the word on the page as they hit this red record button. Wish. When they are finished, they hit the stop button. Students can hear the playback by hitting the play button. Wish. To make sure that the recording is correct. Students who have completed the assignment will then have a gray line underneath each number. When they have completed all of the assignments, it will take them to this page that says Review. Here you can check and make sure that all the questions have a gray line underneath it and all the questions have been attempted. Then you will hit the Finish tab to submit that assignment to your teacher. Students can check for missing assignments by accessing the Grade tab on the left-hand side. They will click on Grades. If a student has a missing assignment, you will see either a dash or a missing in the student's assignment. If the student is missing that assignment, simply click on that assignment. It will take them directly to the assignment that needs to be completed, and they can start the attempt. Here you can also see where the student has submitted an assignment and the student is graded. So if a student has completed assignment, the number of points that the student has earned will show up into the assignment.
Hi, my name is Mrs. Cortor. I'm a first grade teacher in room 207. Today I would like to talk to you about how your child will access their reading and their math applications. In order to begin with their math application, your child will simply press their home button on their iPad, and on their desktop they will see an icon with a cube, and they'll simply press on that cube. Once they have pressed on the cube, they will see a screen that looks similar to this. The screen will ask them to input a username. The username is simply their 6-digit number, and their password is exactly the same 6-digit number. Pressing go will enter them into the home page for iReady. As you can see, they have their own individualized path. This green button will take them to the next lesson, catching them up exactly where they had left off last. Down below are the options. This is their to-do list, which shows their path. The following tab is called My Progress, which allows us to take a look at how your child is doing. My Stuff allows them to change some of the icons, and then they also have some games, learning games related to math. Now I'd like to share with you the reading app. This is a little bit different this year. Instead of going right directly to the Amplify or iReady app on your desktop, instead you're going to be clicking on an icon that has a blue circle with a white C. This is our Ckl portal. This year the district decided to include Amplify and other reading language arts apps in one portal called Ckl. So when you go to your desktop, your child will see a blue circle with a white C. Simply click on that and you'll get this login prompt. Again, their username is still that same 6-digit number. And their password, again, same thing as their user number, that 6-digit number. Once you've inputted that, press login. And it will take you to the Ckl portal. As you can see, we see Amplify there. The Smart Futures is not being used at this time, but for right now, your child would click on the Amplify. and this will take them to 3 prompts. The last prompt is not necessary. That's something we strictly use at school. The first prompt will allow them to get into their actual Amplify personalized work. The middle icon is what we call the Ckl Hub. The Ckl Hub has many features that are very useful. We'll be using this mostly in school. As I click on that little robot, you'll notice that we have 3 options. Up in the corner is a little tutorial to help you manage how to maneuver around in this area. The first icon is called the theater. In here are all the different videos related to the different knowledge domains that we'll be studying. As I press the home button, again, it takes me to my second option. If I would like to look at the sounds library, this is a wonderful resource. It has different units. The first unit has to do with the individualized letters and their sounds. Second unit's a little more advanced, more vowel digraphs, more additional vowel digraphs in unit 4, or in unit 3, and in unit 4 you see the R-controlled sounds. For example, if I wanted to take a look at, say, the sound of F, I click on listen, and this, if I click on the speaker, the child will hear the sound that F makes. They'll be able to watch a little video showing how they write those capital and the lowercase f.
Fox.
Also, your child in that may listen, they have a pre-recorded song as well. Again, a very nice resource your student has access to at any time that they would like to use it. I click back at the home, and also the library is this third resource. This is the first grade library. These are the computerized versions of our actual paper back books that we use at school. For instance, our first reader skills book is Snapshots. If I click on that, you will see the actual reader that if your child was presently in the school, they would be using. This allows your child to read with us and also to be read this at home. Again, just using the arrow forward to turn the pages, see my table of contents, and there's my first story. We have the speaker up at the top.
I got a snapshot of a dog with a hot dog.
And if you notice, some of the words are underlined. Those are what we call our tricky words, words that can't be sounded out. Now, if your child decides instead not to go into that Ckl Hub and would rather just go into their individualized reading app and Amplify, they can simply click on this characters, 3 characters there, and it'll take them into the place that they had been very familiar with last year. It's simply hitting play and getting them in there. I truly appreciate your time and energy this year. I know it's been a very unusual year, and I have to say I'm so proud of all the work that the kids are doing. I truly wish they could be in here, but we're so glad that we've had your support, your patience. Thank you again for everything that you've done. And if you have any concerns, please don't hesitate to contact us. Thank you very much and have a good evening.